Well, I love that umbrella guy.
My wife and I love that umbrella guy. Oh, we love that umbrella guy.
So if you love that umbrella guy too, make sure that you're subbed. Make sure that you hit that bell for daily notifications. And if you want to go further, now you're under no obligation to do so, but say you don't want to give up that firstborn child just yet. Or say you thought about adding on an extension to your home so the channel can move in, but you're not quite ready for that kind of commitment. Well, there are links in the description to appease those little worrisome details. Seriously, there are a few in there. They definitely help out the channel. And again, under no obligation to check those out. One of those is the case of The Littlest Umbrella. There are 2 comic books attached to this. You want to check them out. It's in demand right now while we work out the details of everything. So it won't be around forever. If you want to check that out, definitely do so. This is our message to gatekeepers. We see many of them out there in comics, in anime, and on. They tell you there's no competition. They basically have rigged the system. Well, I've got news for them. There will always be competition. When we're told that there's not competition, compete. When we're told that there's not a place for us, we make one. We go out of our way to basically set the stage for ourselves. It's easy to do, and we should do it anytime we feel like it. But more on that at the end of the video. So today I want to tune into this. Funimation sued by KojiCast for patent infringement involving Funimation Now. Now, before we get into this too, I want to mention something with KojiCast because I want people to realize who they are or who they might be. I'm not saying that it actually implies anything about them, but there's an article that is linked at the bottom of the One Angry Gamer article. They did their due diligence here, and it talks about U.S. courts make the United States patent system sane again. You'll see that this came out, 12/10/2018, so you can see the date right here across the top. So it wasn't that long ago. And when you look at this too, when you're looking through all of the different places listed, you'll notice that there's certain places that are considered patent trolls. You'll see places like Credit Express that are noted. And then when you get into another, you'll notice KojiCast. They're actually listed in this. So yeah, again, take what you see with that proverbial grain of salt. But again, this is something to look at considering the problems that Funimation has had right now. So Funimation sued by KojiCast for patent infringement involving Funimation Now. Now it was mentioned by Supergirl and by Senpai is Home. So props to those folks out there. They're listed in this. And yeah, I think that that's a good thing to note. Again, it's something that I think people could actually be informed on. And, information out there. Again, taking in all sides of it, seeing all of the things that are going on with Vic Mignogna and on. Yeah, I think that this is kind of interesting. But KojiCast LLC, they're suing Funimation Productions over their Funimation Now streaming services being a patent infringement of their 683 patent. This was filed in April 24th, 2019, but it hadn't been spread around until, Supergirl there. Again, props. Now this is a video talking about this Funimation Now product. And when you look back at it, of course, this comes out in notes on March 9th, 2019, and it's only clocking in at 22 seconds. And there's a relevant part at 16-second mark where it advertises episode progress syncing across displays so you can play or watch content across multiple devices. That's what it's based on there. The ability to basically freeze your playback into one place, go out, watch something else, on a different device, but basically pick up where that leaves off. Now, this lawsuit too, I just want to note that you can check out the entirety of it, and I would say that people need to do so. This is 26 pages. I would say that people should familiarize themselves with things like this because even though, there's a lot of legalese here, there may be things that you don't understand, this is a way to get informed on the legal process, to see something too, and to understand if this is indeed someone going out and patent trolling. You'll get to the point where you understand exactly what that looks like. Therefore, you won't waste time with something in the future. You can actually spot that out, and then you can see who has a case and who doesn't. So the lawsuit continues continuing here, alleges that Funimation, using their 683 patent that was prioritized by the USPTO back in 2012. The patent describes technologies that allow users to stream content and, without restarting the content or breaking from the stream position, pick up and resume where they left off on another device. As stated in the lawsuit, defendant has marketed its video delivery platform under its brand name Funimation Now, as well as possibly other brand names. The following is a discussion of the accused Funimation Now system. The Funimation Now system apps for mobile communication devices, including an app for Apple iOS operating systems and an app for Android operating systems. The Funimation Now app supports casting features, enabling a user to watch a selected media content item on the mobile communication device or quote-unquote casted to one or more media playback devices. Again, describing what went on there. The patent infringement relief, it asks for Funimation to pay for damages as a result of the 683 patent infringement. It also asks for them to pay costs, attorney fees, expenses, and interest, in addition to quote-unquote further relief as deemed just by the courts. And they want a trial by jury. So this is something in addition to something else that has come up, and that's being noted here. You know, they talk about the Vic Mignogna situation. Now, if you are not cued in on the Vic Mignogna situation that's been going on, basically Funimation, it is being sued. Well, you can see all of the details here. You know, this bit of news is already catching fire with the I Stand With Vic communities, because this is yet another lawsuit that Funimation will have to battle in court, in addition to having to deal with the $1 million suit that voice actor Vic Mignogna filed against them for tortious interference when he was fired earlier in the year for what appeared to be spurious allegations of misconduct. Remember, too, all of the ways that stuff played out. I mean, when you saw that play out, it was absolutely insane, because the guy, he was supposed to be some type of predator that didn't start out with claims of predatory behavior. No, these claims, they started talking about how the guy was too Christian, how the guy liked to touch or, hug people when they paid for autographs, how the guy, he must be a homophobe because he doesn't like to sign specific types of artwork. You had claims that were all over the field until the voice actors decided to step in, and the voice actors even noted that this stuff, it would have fallen apart without the brigading online. So of course you see those people, they're being taken to task, and rightfully so. That's one thing that definitely needs to be noted, rightfully so. Brigading online, that is beyond absurd. And well, when you tie this together with this other thing, I mean, you're talking about the possibility of having some problems. And again, like I say, remember this here, which is, of course, noted with the bottom portion of this. They did do an update saying that whether or not this will play any part in how Funimation case unfolds remains to be seen. And yeah, I mean, that does need to be noted there. We don't know, simply because that listed this place, whether or not they do have a case, because even though they may have gone out and they filed, case after case, hey, they may actually hit on one. I mean, we don't know about all the intricacies there, but like I said, this might be something that, at least when you look at it, it's something to weigh there. But I don't know. You tell me what you think. Again, if you like this kind of content too, make sure that you're subbed. Hit that bell for daily notifications. And if you want to go further, under no obligation to do so, I appreciate you just showing up. But if you want to go further, there are links in the description. And one of those is the case of The Littlest Umbrella. All ages Lovecraftian tale. That's the part that's here described at the top, with Kyung Lee as an artist. I think that his work is absolutely great. And then you have satirization of the whole thing with Comicsgate. This I've explained a few times, but it's kind of an in-joke. It pays homage to the people that were there, and it satirizes some of the criticism that was received. It basically takes that shot back, because if you can't laugh at the absurd, absurdity that's going on, I mean, man, this stuff will break you down. So check this stuff out, and again, you really send a message. Send it to those gatekeepers saying, yeah, you guys, you can't do whatever you want. We can do something back. Also, let me know what you think about this article and really what you think about the litigation here. What do you think when you see this? Do you think it's just more nonsense? Do you think there might be some more at play? Again, I will link in the case there so you can check that out as well, because I think that it's something that it's at least interesting. I mean, when you look at it. I want to end this too by asking for your comments, pro or con. Tell me what you think about stuff, and by thanking you. You make these endeavors possible. Mine, anyone else's. You are the people that make that. That's what these places seem to all forget. You made their jobs possible. You made their stuff reality. So, I want to thank you for helping to make this a reality. I want to thank you for everything you do out there. You've basically made this fight for due process, this fight against all of this insane incursion. You've made that possible. So again, thank you. I appreciate you. And we'll do this again relatively soon. Thanks.